position to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Yeah, it's just the throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open, and it looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving, and he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to do over.
From the gun, running back gets to give. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Houston going up tempo. Scanning the field, it's Johns. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Houston will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. The give to the back. Turning it on. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On the run, it's McLeod. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line. From the gun. Looking to get it in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to pass, it's Johns. Quarterback moving. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's second and long. Grab behind the line. It's Knight. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun. Wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him.
There he goes! He's at the touchdown, Houston! Once he got some room, it was over.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a dang receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. On the ground, it's McLeod. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick strike complete. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. This is intercepted along the sidelines, but no. He's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense. Hunt is on its way. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. They'll try the run. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Cougars want to pick up the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. No huddle here for the offense.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy finish.
Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Knight. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Houston!
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember the comeback Danny Werfel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee. So don't rule anything out here today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Missouri. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying to impose their will with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And it's a fumble on the play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They'll go to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. After run, now throw. It's complete to the left. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. From the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Houston offense once again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. That's what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass.
Breaks into the open. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Houston wants to play fast.
Good enough for...
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll set up to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Houston. Oh, and they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Across the 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to pass. Gets open down the middle. And tackled there by the defense.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. The Cougars line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Leaves it with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He wants to take the top off. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Red Raiders! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Houston will be forced to punt.
Number 12 in punt formation to kick it away.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They're going to ride this running back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. RPO complete to open the drive. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Back open in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? The give to the tailback. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The kick is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups?
Looking for a deep man. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Red Raiders are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out quickly. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Pressure coming. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean,
intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Cougar!
Well, you don't see this very often. A defensive lineman getting the pick 6. What an individual effort to get his hands on the football. How about that athleticism? And then take it to the house.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Florida is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 18 over Missouri. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job on the defense being high ground.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the Bearcats just outside the 40. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Cougars moving quickly to the line.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line.
Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars. A great catch and run for 6. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the 3rd quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all of the momentum is squarely now on their side.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the gun to give, looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Using his legs, it's Game. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Oh, they're after him. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from turning it on. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He makes the grab.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. They'll run the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hurley. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wants to throw again. Rushes on it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get it down at the 2. The Red Raiders in the hurry-up. Turning to the running game here on third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 6 over Wisconsin. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds a spot in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on second down. Looking to fire. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Here's a heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Houston will be forced to punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He's got it near midfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So now to try to take advantage of that defensive stop time starting to work against them a little bit, and we'll see what they can do. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the tight end. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry up.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man quickly. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. They'll run it from the gun. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Under fire. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking for space. It's Gay. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard. This is now a 7-point game. So Putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Got the quick completion. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Houston going up tempo.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to the back. Ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Now the play fake. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field.
Offense facing 4th down.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play. Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Gets it out fast. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Red Raiders want to move quickly.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Under fire. Punts it out of the air. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Red Raiders are flying down the field.
Let's go.
Right back to the well. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. From the shotgun, the inside give. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. They'll try to snap. Wait.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy. Makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Houston wants to play fast. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10.
Military stun.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Makes the grab. Got enough space. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Wisconsin. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship. And